What's going on, everybody? I hope you're amazing today. Now, I'm smiling because I want to put out some good energy to you guys. I want you guys to smile. Smiles are contagious, they really are. We need more smiling. But this is serious. This is serious. So I put out a video last week about losing a friend, and this has happened like 3 times in the last. No, make that 4 times in the last month. I'm just not making videos about everyone, but a couple days ago, somebody special to me passed away. Right, same age as me, and it's so sad because it was preventable. It was preventable. So I know it's not easy to take care of ourselves, especially when we're sad. My friend was sad. He was in a situation where he felt stuck. And I can certainly relate. I was there. I was in a situation where I felt trapped. I felt like I couldn't provide an escape for myself. I couldn't provide an avenue or a strategic plan to get out of that situation. For him, it was the same thing, but for a long time. He knew what to do to stay healthy. He had hopes and dreams. He talked about his goals, but he was taking care of his mom, and he had a really big heart, and so he was sad because of the way the world was. His heart was damaged in a relationship. He didn't date again. He pretty much stopped being social, so he isolated himself. His reason for not changing something in his life so that he could do something else was that he had to take care of his mom. And granted, that's a legitimate reason to an extent, right? He wanted to go to a Central American country and work. And he was a really good worker, really good in construction, wanted to go build in this country. And he felt like he couldn't do that because he had to stay and take care of his mom. But instead of doing other things to stay healthy, things that were within his control, he didn't. He went inside. He went internally and ruminated. So he just thought about, all the time, he was always in this cycle of negative thinking about how he was helpless to make his life better. He felt like there was just nothing he could do. And so he was thinking, my mom's in poor health, someday she won't be here. I can wait until then and I can do something. But because he was so depressed, he was just eating a lot of bad food. He wouldn't come out of his room for the most part, unless he had to help his mom with something. He became really irritable. He wouldn't go outside unless he absolutely had to. Friends would come by and invite him to go for a walk. Just a walk around the block, a walk in the neighborhood. But that was too much for him. He had no interest. He had no interest in doing anything that would contribute to him feeling better. So, if we do a a few things that we should be doing for our health, it makes all the difference. You know, a walk a day can make all the difference. A little bit of exercise goes a long way for the mental, emotional state, and of course the physical state. So he wasn't eating anything good, and he was eating a lot of the bad things, right? A lot of processed foods, a lot of sugar. When he got to be about 300 pounds, strong as an ox, you know, he used to be really healthy before, work out a lot, stay in shape, really fit. He's not with us anymore. He's not with us anymore, and it's completely preventable. Now, there's two brothers here. His brother, best friend of mine for many, many years, he was a severe alcoholic for years. Everybody would have thought he was going to go first. You like this hair? Let's fix that a little bit. It's a nice windy day, windy evening. It's really beautiful outside. I'll show you guys. I'll show you the wall, but anyways, we thought his brother would go first because he was an alcoholic. And sure enough, he did end up in the hospital 2 or 3 times. Came out on medication for AFib. Had to be careful. Had to really, he had to stop drinking. And he did. It took him losing everything to stop drinking. He lost everything good in his life. Let's just put it that way. So, but by stopping drinking, he saved his actual life. And he's doing well. So when we got the news that his brother was gone, we were in shock. His brother was always the healthy one, the younger one. His brother didn't drink, didn't really like alcohol. He stayed sober. But eating was how he dealt with his pain. I care about you guys, and I want you to stick around. So I just wanted to make this video because I've lost a lot of loved ones. And the reason they're not here is because they didn't take care of themselves. And most of them knew what to do. If you don't know what to do, if you have any questions at all, please leave a comment. I'd be happy to answer your question as far as a couple things you can do to be healthier. 1 or 2 things can make all the difference. Regardless of what you're relying on as far as a coping mechanism, self-medication, there are things you can do. And there are ways out. When you're feeling stuck, you're feeling trapped, you're feeling like there's nothing you can do to improve your life, know that there's always something you can do. There's always a solution. Even if it feels like there's not one, there's always a solution. You don't have to stay in a situation where your health is suffering because you're so sad and depressed and you're so stuck feeling. You feel like you have these chains around you that you can't do anything. There's always a way out. Those chains can be broken and there's help, there's support. But it's up to you to make a move. Reach out to someone. If you've been laying there for too long, count backwards from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Snap out of it. Jump up off your bed. Go for a walk. Just start thinking. Get your blood flowing. Make a decision that life is important. It's a gift, and you don't want to do this anymore. You have to make a change. Just make that decision. Life is beautiful. It's a gift. It's important. Stick around to enjoy it. Love you guys.